Spike is not like other dragons. I mean, he was after all raised by ponies, but mannerisms aside, Spike is the only dragon we've seen that doesn't have wings. Kinda makes you wonder, what is it that makes Spike so different? Let's start with what we know about dragons. Early on in the series, in the episode Dragon Shy, the dragon we saw was reclusive and slept in a cave with a hoard of jewels. And in Owl's Well That Ends Well, we have a similar dragon doing the same thing. From the Season 2 episode Dragon Quest, we know that all dragons take part in a great migration, even the two dragons previously mentioned. According to Twilight, this migration only occurs once every generation, presumably a pony generation. So the life of an adult dragon is very simple. Hibernate, migrate, repeat. But what I find interesting is the maturing years. Enter Secret of My Excess. Basically, Spike gets really greedy on his birthday and grows super huge. Sakura revealed to us that this is how dragons grow, through their greed. It's only a natural part of a dragon's life. This makes it crystal clear why Spike didn't grow until that episode and hasn't regrown since. Being the most selfless dragon in Equestria, he was never exposed to enough dragon greed. This episode also showed us how the process of maturing works. Generally speaking, the larger the dragon, the lower the intelligence. The bigger Spike grew, the more animalistic he became. All that was in his character was replaced with dragon instinct. This explains why the teenagers are chatty, but the large dragons never say a word. Well, they do make the occasional dumb remark, but that's probably all they're capable of. It's also worth mentioning how Spike gathered a hoard of stuff and stored it all in a cave. Because of this, we can assume that this activity comes as an instinct to dragons. Moving on to his wings, or lack thereof. No one really knows why Spike doesn't have wings. Possibly wings don't appear on dragons until later in development. I mean, we've never actually seen another baby dragon, so what's to say that all other baby dragons don't have wings? Well, this seems unlikely, because even after Spike had fully grown, he still didn't have wings. Some have theorized that Spike is a different type of dragon altogether, but I don't believe this is the case either. I believe Spike is the same type of dragon as the rest, but something happened to him that never happened to the other dragons. Let's look at the first time we ever saw Spike. In Cutie Mark Chronicles, Spike was still in his shell when the egg was presented to Twilight. It was Twilight's task to open the egg with her magic. You guys know the story. She tried and failed, but suddenly, Sonic Rain Boom. Twilight's raw abilities went haywire. Not only did she turn her parents into plants, but she casted some sort of age spell on Spike, causing him to grow into a massive, not so fierce, dragon. Soon after, the spell wore off. I think Spike was on course to develop wings, but was then interrupted by Twilight's spell, and even after shrinking back, he never ended up growing them. No other dragon was ever filled with that much magic. Looking back at the Secret of My Excess, that magic exposure may also be why Spike grew at such an incredible rate. The other dragons seemed to develop much slower. Finally, I want to talk about dragon magic. More specifically, I want to talk about Spike's system of sending and receiving messages. Some people assume that Spike is the only dragon capable of fire mail, but who says that ability is unique to Spike? True, we've never seen any of the other dragons belch out a message, but I can imagine being able to send messages between dragons would definitely come in handy. This may or may not be. It's possible that Spike is the only one capable of fire mail. If he is, then maybe the extra magic he was exposed to is the cause. Or what if Spike's ability was given to him by Celestia, as a way for her to communicate with Twilight? What do you guys think? Is fire mail exclusive to Spike? If so, why only him? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. This is the Brony Notion, signing out until next Wednesday. Brohoof.